Hey guys, welcome to another episode of a Dine Mall series. Today we're at the Oak Mill Shopping Center in Niles, Illinois. Let's take a peek inside. It's been about 2 years since visiting this mall. From what I've heard from others, it has gone even further into the depths of dead mall status. It's only 2 miles up the road from Oak Mill Plaza, another mall I visited recently. Mixture of small shops with medical clinics with a splash of 1980s decor. I'll put a link in the description below. This is another property with a unique flair to it. It starts with a single one-level section of shops, along with a round cylindrical white office building housing medical offices. It's outside cladding that mimics the outside of a golf ball. Oak Mill started as an open-air shopping center opening in 1960 during the boom of post-war housing being developed westward of Chicago. The mall started with a single department store on the north end, which was 2-level Sears. 6 years later, 190,000 square foot JCPenney was added on the south end, which replaced the Lord's department store that wasn't open for very long. The mall was seen as a trend of larger malls that offered several shopping opportunities for families starting up after World War II. Some early stores included Hillman's, Walgreens, and Woolworth, and a national shopping market. There was also a single-screen movie theater that opened up soon after. The mall is split with 2 distinct enclosed shopping sections. One decorated with the typical 2000s updated decor, mixed with the other section that holds onto the dark 1960s theme. The overarching issue with this mall, as it relates to the communities that it serves, is that it is landlocked between 2 other established shopping centers. Randhurst Village on the west, which completed a major renovation to become an outdoor mall, and Westfield Old Orchard on the east. Oak Mill was thought of to be a center that served the middle class, and the problem with that today is that 3 shopping centers back then was seen just enough for the area. But as less people go to malls, 3 seems to be a little too saturated, which oftentimes leaves the middle class mall, as Oak Mill is concerned, as the odd duck out.
There's this once powerful structure, and you're standing there and you feel this big, and I think that's the way you were supposed to feel when it was working, and you still feel that way.
In the 1986 timeframe saw the first set of changes for the mall when it first opened. A renovation including taking the portion between the Sears and JCPenney's and fully enclosing it. A new north wing also added a Main Street department store and a new food court. In 2006, General Growth Properties did an additional remodel, installing new flooring and replacing the brown brick flooring that was installed when the mall first was enclosed. A new exterior facade, along with lighting and new mall entrances. Keeping in mind that the section on the north end of the Sears still has the original design when the mall was first enclosed. I think many people commented on me not filming that section of the mall during my first visit. I'm gonna have to go visit there, and I kind of regret not doing that. Many stores in the enclosed portion have closed since last visiting, so that leaves several department stores like Target, Kohl's, and Value City which have been added during the mall's lifetime, still remain, but many changes have left the mall a disjointed group of stores during its lifetime of several additions to keep the mall viable. As said before, Sears closed and had left Target, Value City, and Kohl's, and a portion of the interior part separated off from the rest of the mall. As said before, the Sears property separates the north and south portions of the mall. It's like a giant store being plopped right in the middle, and unfortunately Sears closed at the end of 2018, which leaves a giant void between the two sections, which means you can't even cross between the sections without going outside and walking or driving and reparking your car. It's definitely a sad state of what this place has become during its long life. Its life of good times and times of bad. The moments of evolving to keep itself relevant with the times. And with all of these changes, it sometimes leaves the once sharp vision more blurry. The removal of the outdoor mill theme, the addition of new department stores. Everyone who comes to places like these sometime in their life in the early days has a memory. A time where the mall has made an impact on their life during its glory days. Let's take a second as we walk down this classic piece of 80s nostalgia and just imagine being that person who just got their first allowance and rushing off to the mall game store to pick up that new video game. Or if you just turned 12 and getting your ears pierced. These memories will leave an imprint on the minds of its occupiers, even long past when the mall becomes a thing of the past. Here we're back on the south portion. It definitely is much brighter and airy as you notice that the space is much wider in comparison to the north wing. As mentioned before, many of the stores have closed. New developments to make this mall more successful are still unclear, but it may come to the point of demolishing this space and leaving the department stores as separate entities and mixing in residential apartments and condos. That seems to be the common trend in new mall development. Here is a section near the entrance to the giant cylindrical medical office building. It's right adjacent to another entrance and the JCPenney's. Here is an elevator along with a hallway with a series of doors. Here we're in the food court. And as said before, the food court was added during the renovation in 1986. There's only about 5 restaurants open at this time, and it was much larger a while back. Ulta Beauty Supplies was built, and a large section of the food court was removed to make room for the store. Hope you guys enjoyed this second filming of the special mall. If you have any other questions or comments, let me know, and hit the like button, and please subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.